Ronaldo, I love you, man. I love you.
Welcome back to another episode of Class of 90s. The World Cup it's really here right now. Like, it's really starting to cook. We're getting to the big stages. Right now, we just finished watching the round of 16. Quarterfinals have been drawn. What did you make of those round of 16? I think there's some good games in there.
Bro, I'm having a time of my life.
Yeah, this is going down as an all-timer. I can't lie to you.
Like I said to you guys in the previous, video that we did, sleep ain't there, bro. Sleep not
bro,
there.
I messed up my sleep schedule.
Bro, it's crazy. Some of the games I have been able to obviously watch. Others, I'll be honest, I lacked. I set my alarm, woke up, man, seeing, do you know what I mean? The game's been delayed for a couple of hours. I'm like, no.
Sometimes you wake up in the morning and check the score line, thinking, I should have stayed up for that one.
That was near the England game, but
you know what I mean? That's where we'll start, innit? A game that I definitely stayed up for.
Yeah.
England, Mexico. What a game.
What a fucking game.
What a game.
And the thing is, I'm fuming because I didn't even watch it. I don't want to cut to you guys, but I didn't watch it. Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest, I did watch a whole 30-minute highlight of it, do you know what I mean? Just to try and soak up the atmosphere, but it looked like a game, man. It looked like a game.
That honestly, I was watching that game on the edge of my seat. I think I never realised how much of an England fan I was.
I didn't think you were.
I can't lie, man. I think I'm nearly as much England as I am Chelsea. I can't lie. Like that game was it's a big statement, and you know what I mean. I'm England till I die.
There wasn't a single Chelsea player on that field, bro.
Yeah, that's the only annoying thing.
Till I die, I'm not. I'm not, bro. I tell you that for free. I'm not.
The only annoying thing that game showed me is that we're gonna win it. England are winning this World Cup, but none of my boys are gonna beat it. Reece James will bring her home.
Do you know what? This is great because we have the optimistic guy, and then we have the pessimist in myself. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't think England are winning the whole thing, innit?
Still don't believe.
I still what? Just because we beat Mexico at the Azteca?
Bro, at the Azteca in those conditions,
what
10
conditions?
men.
Can I ask you something? Before England played Mexico at the Azteca, you wouldn't have known fucking screw me about the Azteca and the conditions.
I don't know that's
Get the fuck out of here, man. It's the media, and this is what the English people do, bro. They'll hype the fuck out of these games. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what it is? When in the game, a lot of the times they're going to say, this is England's biggest win, this is England's greatest World Cup win. And at the time I was thinking, what are you talking about? We just beat Mexico, innit? But
Mexico,
you got to think about it. Historically, England only go out of the World Cup when they face a big team.
Yeah,
so they always lose against a big team.
Fair, but how much of a big team are Mexico?
No, I'm not. Mexico aren't a big team, but when we're looking at the smaller teams, those teams that usually knock England out sometimes, Mexico's like the biggest one. Like, they're a good side, innit? You're playing them in their home country.
Bro.
It's a home tournament.
Bro.
Like, they were up for it, bro.
Bro, I can't name you 5 top players that play for Mexico.
I'll name you one. Jimenez, that's all you need.
One man that plays in the championship. Loud, man. Listen, big up England, but, come on, it's Mexico. I get the atmosphere. I get that, when they were singing the anthem, the stadium was rocking.
Yeah,
I get all of that. I get all the optics in it. But let's just calm down, bro. It's not like we played a massive team, bro.
All right, forget about what it was like. Let's talk about some of those performances, innit? Big players turning up in big moments.
Okay,
there's only one player that I'm going to start with. It's Jude Bellingham. 1,000 main man, innit? The guy that is going to carry us to this World Cup. He's amazing.
Not Kane.
Kane, I don't want to say Kane's a sidekick. I just think it's a deadly duo.
Whoa. I don't think Kane's a side. I think, do you know what it is? That's a good 2-man step.
Yeah.
That's a great 2-man step.
Do
you know what I mean? You man that have been in Afro Nation, you know about the 2-man step. That's a great 2-man step. You get me, lad?
Yeah, no, that one there, it's one of them ones where if one's not showing up, the other's going to show up.
Yeah.
And then if you get a game where they both show up,
even better.
Even the likes of France are going to be scared, bro.
So you watched the full game. So talk us through it. So did England play as well as you thought they were going to play? Did they dominate possession? Did they show enough to make you think that if we play like a top team like France, we're going to beat them?
I think they showed enough in terms of game management and game smarts, innit? That game.
The bus.
I wouldn't say they parked the bus. I'd say they soaked up the pressure because. Before that game, all the pundits, everyone was saying, okay, England got to survive the first 20 minutes. Mexico, because they've been playing at the Azteca a lot, what they've been doing is suffocating teams early.
Okay.
And then kind of holding their lead. Because they know how it gets there. You're going to get tired. It's going to be hard to fight back. England weren't letting the crowd, bro, anytime England passed that ball, the crowd are going. the crowd are roaring. Anytime
Yeah,
they win,
they should be
sort of
eating off
60-50,
that.
the
They
crowd are
should be
roaring.
thriving off that,
Yeah,
man.
but it's a different level. It was like 80,000-90,000 in that stadium,
It's
bro.
Mexico.
Like that. It's Mexico. But you know how these men get, bro. They're scrappy.
No, I know.
They're gonna work hard for that team, innit?
But I think even out of all the South American teams in the tournament, I think Mexico are probably one of the weakest ones, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, other than Uruguay, but I think Mexico are one of the weaker ones. Bro, Mexico aren't better than Ecuador. Mexico aren't better than Colombia. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think Mexico and Mexico are better than these teams. Like you keep saying it's nothing, but I think it is something.
Listen, I'm not saying it's nothing. I think after getting a red card in like the 50-something minute with, do you know what I mean? Like maybe say half an hour of the game still left to play, to be able to withstand that, I hear it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're parking the bus against Mexico, bro. You're not parking the bus against France.
It's the same kind of thing that they're gonna have to do against France, where it's like they skipped all the. We're not gonna play at the back to start with. We're gonna skip all of that, get the ball forward. We're not worried about possession for a little bit, but when we get chances on the break, they got their goals in it, and they've made those opportunities count.
And to be honest, like, listen, Pickford's some top world-class save. Do you know what I mean?
He showed up.
Yeah,
Pickford,
so
that's
it's
the
like,
performance I've been waiting
yeah,
for.
no, what does and that's what he is. He's a good shot stopper. But what I'm trying to say to you is that, bro, Mexico were picking off chances against England, and at the same time as well, you know, and I think I've said this to you off air as well. My concern with England is that we're leaking goals. We're leaking goals against Mexico. We're leaking goals. Even Congo came and got a bit. Yeah, they got some of that as well. You know what I mean?
It's because we're leaking goals because we have to play attacking and like leave ourselves open to be able to create against.
Bro, attacking against Congo. Of course, we have to play attacking against Congo.
So we're gonna get
8 of us, man.
What we showed in the last 20 minutes after Conte got sent off was like backs against the wall. We've got the players off the bench as well. Bro, man put on Dan Burn and he had the most defcon. Dan Burn came on in like the 70th minute. He had the most defensive contribution.
Yeah, for your country, of
because
course.
It's like, what we're going to do is now, we're going to sit back, Dan Burn, ball comes to you, clear it, get rid. So against France, we get a goal early, run that for 80 minutes, Tuchel. Run that for 80 minutes, 5 at the back, everybody sits back. We've got them 2 road runners in midfield, Anderson and Rice. Let them sit there and just sweep up everyone.
Rice that has a bad back.
A bad back. You know, Declan Rice will put his life on the line for his country. He'll put his life on the line for England, innit? Like them two, I was against them in the early stages. Like I wasn't liking what I was seeing because they can't break the low block down. But now against a bigger team like France, where all you need you to do is chase that ball and win it back. Declan Rice showed what he done on that first Bellingham goal. He drives the ball up with the ball at his feet. He can drive with the ball. Anderson to the second goal. He won it.
Yeah,
like that is those two in a nutshell. Innit? That's what they do, and it came. And against France, when you're on the back foot, when you don't have the ball as much, that's going to be perfect for them to kind of go. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself talking about France in the final and that, but I think we're getting to the final minimum. I'm saying it right here, right now, innit? Finals minimum.
I think England. Listen, props to England. I know I'm out here doing a pessimistic, you know, whatnot, but at the same time, someone has to do it. Someone has to obviously bring my boy back down to reality.
It's impossible.
You know what I mean? I'm calling it now, and like I've always said from the start, it's not coming home, and I think they'll fall short in the semi-finals. Do you know what I mean? And that's what they do. They give you all the hope, and then, do you know what I mean? You get your hopes up, and then it's like, wow.
That's the only bit of doubt.
Crashing.
I've been here before, innit? I've expected this.
Been here before. I've been.
We got to the Euro semi,
I
I thought we were going to win it. We got to the World Cup semi, I thought this is the year's Croatia. It's not. And England happens, isn't it?
When Luke Shaw scored that that goal in the final, that was ecstasy for me. Because that's United player. Gilberto Carlos, I was gassed, and then it all went downhill. So, listen, for that reason, I'm not trusting England. But let us know what you think in the comments. If you think it's coming home, if you don't think it's coming home, where they go.
If you don't think it's coming home, keep your thoughts to yourself, innit? We don't want to hear none of that negativity.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Alright, cool. So looking over to the next game. So this was Spain versus Portugal. And unfortunately, I got crashed out.
Is it unfortunately or is it
crashed out, bro?
Inevitably.
They fucking let him down. They let him down. They let him down, bro. And the thing is, okay, cool. Let me not blame the squad too tough, because do you know what I mean? I could get into people like Bruno. I could get onto people like, you know, Vitinha, that didn't reach the levels that they reached during the season.
That's how you know he's but he said Bruno.
Yeah, no, I love Bruno, but listen, let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? Like, not scoring a single goal in the World Cup. Come on, man. That's a bit mad, Bruno, man. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's park that to the side. My concern, Roberto Martinez, come to the stage, bro.
He's got
Come
some
to the
stuff
stage.
to
Let me
answer
give you
for.
lashes because honestly, yeah. See my man. I don't know how my man possesses some of these football associations to give him the job, bro. They wasted a whole golden generation of Belgium on this guy, and then somehow he was able to twang them to get the job for Portugal. Do you know what I mean? And now I'm hearing Portugal have just appointed, do you know what I mean, like an actual coach that's actually quite good. So it's like they've wasted a whole generation.
It's
now.
a Ronaldo appointment as well.
No, from how did it?
45-year-old, it's not done,
shit,
bro.
man.
Homelander's not done.
He
said, I would never die, bro.
But no, in all seriousness, like, see that game, like, it hurt a lot because in the first half, Portugal, for most of it, you know, they had a better chances. They dominated, and then obviously Spain go and do what they do best, break hearts. Do you know what I mean? They break hearts, man. So yeah, it was disappointing, and I think the top players for Portugal, they didn't really shine for them, man. They have such a good squad, but they couldn't just rally up together. And the thing is, with this Portugal squad, it's like you look at Argentina, the way Messi's revered, the way they look at him like a god, when they chant Messi, you're thinking, right, is this a cult, bro? Like, whereas with Ronaldo, for example, you know, you look at Portugal. I was watching a video where a Portuguese journalist was basically saying that, you know, everyone was thinking, why didn't Ramos get more minutes after scoring against Croatia? And it's like, bro, respect Ronaldo's thing. I get Ramos needs to get pigeon minutes, but bro, you don't get any Argentinians saying, oh, Messi missed a penalty. He's coming off penalties. Because he's revered,
that's facts,
you know? And it's like, I just feel like Ronaldo's a little bit disrespected by Portuguese fans and even some of the players as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't get that. And I think that's why they didn't, like, what Argentina had in the last World Cup. They all had that togetherness. Like, yeah, we're going to win it for Messi. And unfortunately, Portugal just didn't have that.
Yeah, I think Portugal it's a thing where it's like they want to act like Ronaldo's just another player in it, like, and maybe Ronaldo's and all of this like media kind of narrative on him makes him do the same where he wants to. But I think you got to account for not having him in your team in it. He's not one less player, but like Messi for Argentina, he doesn't run. Like you don't need him to run. Like your Ronaldo,
but in the moment,
he's not the
there.
greatest goal scorer anymore, but he's still a very good goal scorer. Innit? He's still a good player. And if we're talking about strikers, there's not that many top strikers that are like, oh yeah, Ronaldo is going to sit on the bench for these men to play. So I feel like they don't help him. And then I think just on the wings, they got a good team, but I think in the forward places, they ain't got enough to like wow you kind of thing.
You think though, bro?
Like, yeah, bro. Like they got a decent tackle, bro. They're starting Neto.
Okay.
Like, Neto on the wing.
Okay, fine. They got Neto on the wing, but look at Norway. Norway have Nusa, and then sometimes
Nusa's better than Neto, bro.
Stop it, Ali.
Bro, I watch Neto week in, week out, bro. The guy's meaty.
Ali, okay.
He's meaty.
Okay,
They've got great chances for
okay,
you.
bro. You're saying Neto is better than Nusa, bro. Nusa plays for Leipzig.
Yeah, I'll take him at Chelsea to play over.
Listen, alright, cool. You guys let us know what you think, innit? Nusa or flipping.
And then on the other side, they got João Felix.
They got João Felix, or they got Liao.
Yeah, but most players, bro. Again.
Okay, so no. I hear what you're saying, but for Norway, tell me. So they got Nusa or my man on the wing. Who's the other person they have on the wing?
They got Skildrup comes and plays sometimes.
What I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make to you, is that these Norway have like meaty players on the wing and rare, but they all gel together well. And that's the thing with Portugal. They may have big names. Do you know what I mean? They may have, because you're playing for a big club like Chelsea. You're playing for AC Milan. Do you know what I mean? You're playing for Al Nassr. But at the end of the day, bro, like, are you guys gelling together? And I think that's the difference.
And
bro.
that might be the actual problem.
That's the difference. You look at Spain starting. Okay, cool. They got Yamal, who's a massive name. On the other side, do you know what I mean? Sometimes they got they got Baena, who again he doesn't play for Barcelona or Real Madrid, and then they got Yassabal up front, who plays for Real Sociedad. So again, it's like do you get? So at the end of the day, it's how these teams gel together. You can't look at player for player and say to me, Spain are better than Portugal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and even on the day, it's like I don't think there was much between.
There wasn't much between them, but it was a great pass. Great finish by Mourinho. He does what he does best. You get me? So I think that was really disappointing. But yeah, Portugal.
What do you think of Yamal's performance so far in this World Cup? I think no one was expecting. I was expecting a bit more.
No. I was expecting more of him, but at the end of the day, he's coming back from an injury. And do you know what I mean? I don't want to use the age because people get onto me, but he is only what? He's only 19.
Yeah, but if you're going to be one of the greats, you need to have a good teenage World Cup. That's what Mbappe done.
World Cup's not done yet, bro. Do you know what I mean? There's still 3 games to go.
But from what I've seen on Spain, I don't think they've got it in them to win it. I don't even.
I
think they've got
agree.
it in them
I
to
agree.
get to the
I
final,
was
really.
literally going to touch on that point
Like-
because I think if Portugal had gone through, I would have been saying the same thing that I'm going to say about Spain in the sense that, okay, yeah, like you guys have beat Spain in Portugal's instance or vice versa, but I don't think they had enough to beat like a France. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
both teams defensively didn't really look great.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen, Portugal overall, like the campaign hasn't been good. You know, they should have won their group. If they had won their group, they would have been facing, you know, Switzerland because it was Colombia that won their group. So it's like you look at some of these things. Because obviously, me as a Ronaldo fan, I'm thinking, I'm like, why is Messi getting? Why is Messi getting Jordan? Why is Messi getting flipping up Egypt and all these? But then I did it. I was like, listen. Portugal didn't beat Congo. They didn't beat Colombia, so they didn't deserve to, you know, play some of these lesser teams. So if they had done more, then you know maybe they would have gone further. But it's such a shame, man. But Ronaldo, I love you, man. I love you.
I think the next game we need to touch on is USA Belgium.
Yeah, you're talking about touch, bro.
They got touched.
No, they were my dark horse. But to be fair, finishing round of 16.
I feel like that's normal for them, especially. All right, there's an extra round.
They would have got out of the group stage before.
I don't know. I will have to check their record afterwards, innit? But I just feel like getting at the group stage isn't enough for USA, especially at this point in your home. Like they needed something to celebrate, and a team like USA, unless quarters you can maybe celebrate, but you can't really celebrate until you get to the semi-finals.
They were playing like the USA of old with Landon Donovan and all them. Do you know what I mean?
And I think part of it is this whole controversy around Balogun's red card.
Honestly, Trump fucked them still. Like he fucked them up.
Like why are you getting involved? Like, and it's like Balogun's good, innit? But he's not Harry Kane and these man, innit? Like, playing on a striker, it's not that deep. Yeah.
It was unfortunate, to be honest, because I think, you know, they looked like a good team up until the round of 16, and then obviously Trump comes, does what Trump does, and it fucks up the whole campaign, and then, you know, they go and get whitewashed. Not whitewashed, but 4-1, do you know what I mean? Like,
and obviously came on TV to say, yeah, I called up my man, I'm the one that...
I called him, bro. Said, boss calls were made, bro. What you get me, like... Nah, Trump's funny, man. I love his character, do you know what I mean? Like, disclaimer, I'm not a Trump fan, but he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's a funny guy. So I think it was unfortunate, but Belgium looked good, man. Do you know what I mean?
They look good.
I don't know if they look good or if USA would just.
I think it is one of the USA was shit, and that the third goal I think it was sums it up where they've given them a goal. How do you let Lukaku score against you in this day and age? I think it's one of them ones where both two teams had reached their end of their race kind of thing, you know, and Belgium probably just have a bit more experience, a bit more composure in these stages that's like get them over the line. I think USA capitulated in it after.
No, 1000%.
They just capitulated
and 1000%.
Fair play Belgium, but I don't think they're getting any further.
Nah, not much to say on that match, to be fair. Let's move on. So, okay, so let's talk about Argentina versus Egypt, because I think it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. I swear to you, bro.
Here come the Messi here.
Bro, it's a disgrace, bro. Like, this Messi.
I can't lie to you. Messi's won me over, innit? Like, the last World Cup had a big part, but this World Cup again is
why?
Like, bro, the guy's still doing his thing. He's still
that
guy.
He's still doing his
scoring
thing,
goals. You can still turn to Messi, like, yo, Messi, get us out of this. They can't do that at Portugal, innit, for Ronaldo. And I think that is
but they're not giving him the ball to do that, bro.
Yeah, because they don't trust him at the end of the day. Like, Bruno Fernandes is thinking, why would I give the ball to my man when he's going to do nothing? Whereas Enzo Fernandez is thinking, if I just give the ball to Messi, he'll make something happen. And it's like...
Yeah, but that's because he reveres Messi, bro. It's not like he's thinking, yeah, Messi can do everything. He knows, bro. You could easily put Messi on the bench here and have Lautaro and Alvarez and them, and they will still cook. In my opinion, they got people like Nico Paz here, who's probably one of the most exciting players in the world that's coming through. They've got him on the bench. Do you know what I mean? Like, and people aren't chatting shit like, oh, like Messi shouldn't be starting. But like I said, for Portugal, they're doing it. Do you know what I mean? For some of these meaty players, bro, like. Anyway, we won't go back to Portugal, but honestly, like, I think with the Argentina game, bro, like, let me break stuff down.
Yeah, let's talk about some of those decisions.
Yeah. Let me talk about some decisions, but I'm just gonna back it with stats here. So, Argentina have had the most fouls in this tournament amongst other teams, right? Do you know what I mean? I think they're averaging like 19 fouls per game, bro. How many yellow cards have these men got? Because it's not matching, bro. They're not even top for yellow cards, bro.
I did see a stat. It was either fouls per yellow card or
brother, they've got the most fouls, but the least yellow cards, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, these men are making all these different fouls, barely giving them yellow cards. Messi should have been sent off in, like, I think it was like the first game against Algeria, bro. They kept him on. They kept him on. He went on to score a hat trick. How is that, bro? Like, and it's like all these dubious decisions, bro. Egypt, in my opinion, got robbed, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? People say, yeah, the one on Salah wasn't a penalty. I agree, it wasn't a penalty. I don't think the one on Salah was a penalty, but the one I do think was a penalty was flipping McAllister pulling Hassan. Do you know what I mean? He pulled him, bro. And the thing is, yeah, do you know what's mad is that in the game there was a similar foul that was given. Do you know what I mean? The stupid decision, yeah, to pull the game all the way back from Martinez's come on, man. Like, if you're gonna blow early.
That one, I think it's like, it was definitely a foul, but how can you pull the game back?
If that's the other way around, you're not doing that.
Yeah. And I think it's just people are, and especially like the Ronaldo do-gooders, they're on the thing where it's like, oh yeah, it's the Messi agenda, they're rigging it for Messi. I don't think it's a Messi thing. I just think it's big team bias, innit? Like, that always happens. Big teams get the decision, bro.
I don't want to say it's the big team bias, bro, because other big teams don't always get that. England don't always get that.
Yeah,
Portugal don't always get that. Do you know what I mean? It's the Messi factor. I'm not even saying Argentina. I'm telling you, in that game where Messi stood on the back of my man's calf and didn't get fuck all, bro. That's nothing to do with Argentina. That's Messi, bro. Do you know what I mean? That, and we see it all the time where Messi might foul someone, he might do X, Y, and Z, and doesn't give anything because everyone's twerking for him. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, listen, let's bring it back in it, because other commentators, you know, I've watched other commentators and they're all saying the same thing. These are Messi fans, by the way. They revere Messi, but at the end of the day, they know that some of those decisions were just
I think they definitely, it was unfair, innit? But I think it's one of those. It's no more unfair than any other unfair result in football. Like, this happens in football. You get unfair results, you get unfair decisions. Like, it evens itself out over time. And when you're thinking,
does it even itself out when they give them another World Cup? Ain't even shit out, man.
Ain't even nothing for Ronaldo, that's for sure. His time is done.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
But it's like, if we're looking at the bigger picture, innit? World Cup, quarters, semi-finals, put the African bias aside now, innit? Who do you want to see there? A big team like Argentina playing Brazil or whoever it may be, or Egypt?
I want to see a fair result. I want to see a fair result. That's what I want to see. I don't give a heck. I want to see a fair result. Because if you were doing that historically, teams like Greece wouldn't have won the Euros. Do you know what I mean? Like, like, come on, we got to be real here, innit? But if I, because obviously I'm getting a bit hyped in it. So let's bring it back down to earth. I think the game was a good game for the neutral, innit? Do you know what I mean? It was a great game. Argentina showed spirit to come back into the game. But I was so disappointed in Egypt, do you know what I mean, to let them back into the game, because at 2-0, bro, how much? Bro,
bro,
I was excited.
It was like, I literally left the room for like 10 minutes, come back and it's 2-2. I was genuinely stunned. But without having seen the goals, I knew Messi was involved. One way or another. If he didn't score one, he assisted them both.
Of course.
And he got a goal and
listen,
assist.
he's been good this World Cup. Do you know what I mean? I won't even cap. He's been good, and, you know, he's been showing the youngers that, listen, we can still, you know, this is how it's done in X, Y, and Z. But I think FIFA, please, man, just cool down on the corruption.
Corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes. Yeah, just bring it down a notch. Do you know what I mean? I'm seeing France, do you know what I mean, they're about to play Morocco in the quarterfinals, and all the rest are Argentinians. We know what you're doing, brother. We know what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, we know what you're doing.
But you know, dictator Mbappe will probably come with more than that.
I trust Mbappe.
Speaking of the dictator, he's been under some controversy. Minister or something saying about him.
That's crazy, by the way. She's a disgrace for that. I'll be honest, she's a disgrace for that. And I think, like Mbappe said in his statement, you know, humbly said, you know, she's not putting Paraguay in a good light. I don't know a lot of like people from Paraguay, right? But honestly, anyone who's from Paraguay out there, please feel free to comment on the video. You know, tell us what's happening in your country. Tell us, you know, how people are perceiving Mbappe, because I don't see what Mbappe actually did wrong, because the Paraguay players were
they assaulted him. They genuinely assaulted him. Like, that was crazy. They're acting mad because he didn't want to shake the keeper's hand, but it's like, why would I shake your hand when Newman had been trying to take chunks out of all of us, like the whole 90 minutes?
I think with the shaking hand thing, like, I'll be honest, innit? Like, when it comes to football, I'm an antagonist, innit? Especially when I play. I mean, I'll cuss you out from minute 1 to 90, try and get in your head. But once that match is done, I'll be one of the first ones to shake your hand.
I hear it. He probably would have shook his hand at some point. But
Yeah.
maybe celebrate in your face.
No, 100.
I'm going to celebrate this and rub it in you man's face, because it's like, I'm not going to come in and say, yo, let's go to the tunnel after this. It's Mbappe, innit? It's the World Cup. This is his get back. He's going to celebrate, innit? And they got the win, and it was a hard fought win. It was a scrappy game.
Bit of a I don't want to say a bit of a dry game, because it was more of a feisty game. I think that's the right term. It was the hottest game, for you guys that didn't watch it. It was actually the hottest game of the tournament. So, and I think that sort of played a part in it in terms of like players running and the energy and everything. So I think once France scored from a penalty, which was a stonewall penalty by the way, I think they sort of took their foot off the gas and said, let's just manage the game. And I think that was when Paraguay started trying to clamp their players, because they're like, listen, if we're not winning this, we're taking one of you with us. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it wasn't the best match to watch, but I think what France showed is that they have that grit and they have that determination, and they can do the, do you know what I mean? They're dogs as well. You get me? Like, and I think France haven't always shown that in, maybe say the last World Cup, for example, especially when they came up against the Argentinians, who are proper dogs, right? So big up France. I saw a different side to France that, a different level that I didn't think they had in terms of like the mentality. So big up them as well, and let's see how far they can go.
Well, the next opponents are Morocco, and they knocked out Brazil in a very good game.
Sorry,
no.
Morocco
knocked out Canada.
And that was a clean sweep. Canada terrible.
But like again, it's like, well, I guess all the hosts got knocked out in this round. The hosts, and I think they were probably the worst of the hosts, to be honest. And getting that far is an achievement for them.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially where their captain wasn't playing as well.
Yeah. Like Morocco, I think they've done their job, but they showed again that they're a very sturdy side. There's not going to be an unexpected slip up, and they're going to carry on. I think until they get a team that's genuinely better than them, which I think from what I'm seeing so far, they're up there with France. Not up there with France. I think France are alone favourites in it, but I think they're up there with England in terms of we're having a very good tournament so far.
Agreed.
Maybe even a better tournament than England if we're talking about objectively. Innit?
Yeah.
In
terms of results-wise,
results-wise, they put some good performances in. So it's like they're going to be a tough opponent for France in this quarterfinal.
I definitely think they will be a tough opponent for France, especially where a lot of the players like know some of the French players. You look at the likes of Mazraoui, who have played with played against some of the French players. You look at Hakimi, who've got French comrades, for example, and then you look at even Bouadi, who plays like in the French league, for example. I think definitely not for long. I think my slight worry with Morocco is that they've lost their talisman, who is Saibari. He's out with that hamstring injury, right? So I think that could be tough. I don't know who they're going to bring up front, and if they're going to still have that scoring power. Hopefully they do, because I want to see a good game. But I think I definitely think France will take that one. But going back to the game against against Canada, it was a steady performance. It was a clean sweep, 3-0. They went there, did their job. Yeah, the only thing was it was just a shame about Saibari getting injured. Other than that, it was literally like clean job done.
Yeah, because you want to see him in the big games kind of thing. Is he up to scratch? Is he going to turn up? But I still think there's enough in that Morocco team to worry the likes of France in it. I think they're very well put together, and they'll probably be able to stifle them a bit more than anyone else has. So let's see how this France attack comes up against a decent, solid team. Makes
sense. Okay, so looking at one of the biggest shocks of the round, which was obviously Brazil versus Norway. Talk us through that. What do you think?
I mean, I said Brazil weren't going to get too far in this tournament, innit?
You did. You put them down as well.
The squad it's not there, innit? Like this is probably one of the. We've seen some bad Brazil teams, to be honest. I feel like like, compared to the ones like the early years of our lives, like now it's like the teams aren't anything special, and I think right now as well, it's like a lot of borderline superstars, like very good players, but they're not world class superstars in it that are in there. And Vinny tries. Another man are trying to do. Bruno G doesn't maybe look the same as like he would look in a Newcastle team and some of these other big players that have turned up for other countries. But I still expected them to win. It's disappointing.
I think it's a couple of things. I think the pressure of playing for Brazil, because when I look at Brazil, I think they're like a Barcelona, like a Real Madrid, or like a Man United in terms of like the stature of the nation when it comes to football. And I think people don't actually understand this, because obviously we come from different nations and we don't always see the other side. But honestly, like the pressure that football Brazilian football fans put on the Brazil national team is insane. And that's because they've been successful, right?
It's
you know,
expectation,
it's heavy. You know, it's so heavy that you get a guy like Vinny who's winning who's just should be taking a penalty after Cunha wins it, and he basically just gives it to Bruno G. I was stunned at that because if you're a player that's going for the Ballon d'Or, you've been on a good form in the World Cup.
If you're
tell him to duck out, man. Tell him I'm taking this.
Ancelotti said about like stats wise in
the
training.
But here's the
he thrown it out the window.
Bro, I think that's all cap. I think he said that to protect his players. I think he said that to protect his players, bro. So I think that was, and the thing is that was a big turning point as well, because if Bruno G scores that, I think they go on to win. I think they go on to win it. That's earlier on in the game as well. So, but big up Haaland, man. Can we just big up Haaland?
Kan dere slutte å prate så mye, da blir det ikke noe løye.
Second goal is
second goal.
Said, you know what, you might want to let me shoot.
And the thing is, it's funny because I'm watching him and I can tell he's thinking, rah. Like my first World Cup, man's just doing all this. He's laughing at himself. I remember you can see it in his celebration.
And
you can see it in the interviews.
He always admits it where it's like, this is crazy.
He's like, bro, this is crazy. He's like, bro, man's with my country. We ain't been in the World Cup for decades, bro.
No, this World Cup has really made me like Haaland's personality.
No, definitely.
He's actually just. He's going through the motions. He's one of the best strikers in the world, I guess so. That's what it is.
He's like, I'm doing my thing. Do you know what I mean? Especially when he had come out earlier in the tournament, he's like, France will probably beat us. They'll probably win the tournament. I'm just having the best time. And I think that's the best mentality to have, because when you come into a game where you've got nothing to lose, it's like, come on, boys, let's.
But I think you can only have that mentality when you play for a smaller nation.
Exactly.
Like Norway,
Whereas Brazil, do you know what I mean? These men have Endrick running through on goal, and the pressure's massive, bro. You have the ex-players coming out.
Wouldn't have crumbled under that pressure.
Oh, loud, man.
João Pedro, man.
There's a reason he's sitting.
What?
There's a reason he's sat at home.
The reason he sat at home is so that Neymar could come on in the 90th minute and score a penalty. You're in need of a goal. You're bringing on a 34-year-old Neymar. What's he gonna do?
I'll tell you something. If João Pedro had gone, he's one of them that would have got pigeon minutes.
Yeah, but he would have made a difference. In that game alone, you bring on João Pedro, he'll do something. Like Neymar can't save you, bro. The guy's barely played football in the last year or so.
Bro, you can't listen. I don't think you understand what you're talking about in terms of, bro, if you leave Neymar at home, you know the PR Neymar carries alone. You know the amount of Brazilians and the amount of people worldwide that are watching the game just because of Neymar, bro.
I hear it, innit? But it's
so
like
you can't have a player like
that. It's dumb. And it's not even like it's the fans or it's just Ancelotti. It's the fans. It's the players. It's probably the Brazilians. Everyone wants Neymar. And I get it. But at the same time, that means you're all willing to sacrifice this World Cup for Neymar to potentially get that chance.
They should have.
Bro, they gave an honorary squad place, and then they're actually bringing him on. If he had dropped out and Neymar stayed on the bench, why didn't they bring Neymar on?
I hear it, but regardless of whether João Pedro there or not, they should have won that game. Do you know what I mean? They had enough chances to have won that game. You get me?
But you can't blame the likes of an Endrick for missing that. Come on, man, Endrick's not ready. Who's going to be able to carry?
He's not ready. A guy that's playing for Real Madrid. He's
playing for Real Madrid, or is he struggling that Real Madrid?
Listen, I would have scored that. I would have scored that, bro. Do you know what I mean? But no, honestly, it's like in all fairness, you're through on goal in the World Cup. You're on your stronger left. But the second touch was abysmal.
The second touch killed him. So.
Yeah, come on, you're professional, and this is what I'm saying. The shirt weighs heavy, bro. Because listen. 9 times out of 10, he's getting that second touch correctly, open up his body and just clean that up. But it's because he's in a World Cup. It's because, do you know what I mean? There's all that pressure. So it's like, the shirt weighs heavy. But honestly, it's a shame because if Brazil go through, Brazil versus England, licking my lips. What a tie. You know, whereas now, you go in Norway versus England, and it's like, it's probably 60 or 70% in England's court in terms of them winning. But no, honestly, big up Norway, big up Ødegaard, big up Haaland.
Kan dere slutte å prate så mye, da blir det ikke noe løye.
Big up Sanderberg, big up Nusa. These players showed up, even Racing as well. I really like him, man. Even their keeper. Do you know my man's a free agent? Free agent, bro.
He's getting himself a move, man. From time keepers like Melia signing for Arsenal, he'll get himself a move.
Yeah, no, Hondo. But no, big up Norway. Let's see what they can do. But commiserations, to Brazil. And do you know what I like? They've actually kept Ancelotti to rebuild the squad. before we finish on Brazil, let me ask you a question. I did see a statement that I think it was Cafu who came out with, maybe say a few years ago, basically saying that there's so many Brazilian players in the Premier League now, and he doesn't think it's a good thing. What do you think?
Oh yeah. I did see that. I don't know, innit? I think that's where you need to be, innit? Like, the Premier League is like, that's not going to be hindering them in any way. I don't see how, but I get what you're saying in terms of it's maybe not the best for them to play like Brazilians kind of thing, you know.
Less flair.
Yeah,
Premier League is less flary.
So when they come together now, it's a bit like, especially when they're
Rigid,
coming with the ones that aren't playing in England, it's a bit less cohesive.
Yes,
kind of thing,
exactly,
so.
exactly. You get less players like the Neymars, for example.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I kind of see why he would see that. You know, why he would say that. Sorry. Even looking at Rayan, for example. He was underwhelming this week. I really thought that I was going to see some favela football.
Yeah, but
my man was playing like he was playing like he's a Bournemouth player.
And that's what I mean, though. He is a Bournemouth, and it's all good and well for us to think he looks great for Bournemouth, but that doesn't mean that I think he should go to the Brazil squad.
No,
that's crazy.
I hear you, but obviously in his position, there's you either take him or you take like Anthony.
Fam, you could have taken a half-fit Estevao over man, bro.
Estevao
would have.
Estevao.
Neymar was injured at the start of this tournament.
No, but bro, Estevao still hasn't recovered, bro.
No, man, he would have made it in time. He would have made it, but at the same point, Neymar made it. You know what I mean? The Chelsea boys that got left at home,
with that one.
They're laughing right now.
Because I think some of these, and just to finish off, some of these Chelsea boys that did get left at home, I think the reason is some of their form was dropped towards the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? If João Pedro was in that Rafinha form when Rafinha first came in and he was bagging against all these different teams, then I think it would have been difficult to ignore. But I think form just sort of fell off, and
I was right, Ancelotti was wrong. That's the bottom line there.
I hear it. But yeah, let's see how far Brazil get in the next tournament, because I think the current Brazil generation are finished.
And Ancelotti, I think, is the right man to rebuild the Seleção, as they say.
Yeah, and then finishing off on the last game. So this was Colombia versus Switzerland. Bit of a dry game. I fell asleep. I fell asleep. Do you know what? Extra time. I was like, yeah, this is going to penalties.
Good penalty shootout.
I missed that because I fell asleep, bro.
What about for Kanji? Like, I don't understand how you can balloon your penalty over like that. You're going in the middle. As a player taking a penalty, if you're going in the middle, you're banking on the keeper diving one way or the other, innit? There's no need for you to try to hit the crossbar or anything. So what's happened in it between you deciding where you want to hit it and you hitting that shot? What's happened there? Is it the pressure or what? But that's, I think, he missed one in the Euros against England.
I was literally about to say that. Why do they keep letting this guy take penalties? Why is a centre back taking penalties, bro? He missed in the Euros. Yeah, I get obviously mentality monster, you know, you want to redeem yourself. But come on, coach, man. Bro, he missed.
Do you know what I mean?
He missed before, get someone else in.
I don't even blame the player, because as a man, when they're coming up to you, do you want to take one? You'll say yes, innit? I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But as the manager, save him from himself, innit? Say like, yo, bro, we'll pick somebody else.
It's do if you don't, do you know what I mean? You're fucked if you don't, because it's like, what's his name? It's like, my brain's gone blank. But basically, there was a German centre midfield that plays right back sometimes. Popular one. He's the captain. Kimmich. Yeah. Kimmich came out, called out Goretzka, and basically said, oh yeah, Goretzka didn't want to take a penalty. Do you know what I mean? He called him out, bro. He said, yeah, like, I asked Goretzka didn't want to take a penalty. So it's like, from time you have people doing that, before you have to wait 10 years after someone writes an autobiography and they're like, yeah, my man didn't want to take a penalty. Whereas now, straight after the game, he's calling him out. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I hear that part, but come on, even for the manager, like, use your brain, man. Do you know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, they still went through. That's what matters.
They went through, and I think it's who they got.
They would have Argentina next.
Another easy round for your boy.
Man. Come on, Switzerland. I mean, show me something, man. But no, that's a wrap for the round of 16 games.
Yeah.
Great games, and obviously we're looking forward to the quarterfinals. Let us know what you think. Let us know who's going through in the next round. Let us know who impressed you the most. My player of the round, I would say, is Haaland. What are you saying?
Jude Bellingham. It's coming home.